lights it on.
It's looking the one that makes the soap.
What are you asking?
Vivi, is she the one who makes the soap?
We're live.
It's
Tea with
Shut
Teaquilts. And it is May 24th, 2025. It is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm actually at retreat in Brunswick, Missouri. So, I am trying to pull you guys up, and we will see what's going to happen. Let me check on this mic, so hold on a minute. Mic is not receiving. Okay. All right. Let me pull you guys up on my cell phone here. YouTube. Cut this volume down before we get there.
Great that is done, you're right. I wouldn't know. I don't know what happened. You'll get there.
So,
I'll get Just gotta work, keep going. Moving on.
let's see. We got Sue GSD saying, ladies and gentlemen and tea quilters, 32 days until retreat 2025. And I may bring my new to me white featherweight. She needs to learn retreating from the start. That is pretty cool. 32 days, y'all. Patricia Priest is here. Dee Branson. Janice Miller. Talking about checking in now. Getting old as hell. Someday I will be texting from retreat. Sandra Odom. Sue says, hope you're having a blast too. You deserve time off. I'm so tired, y'all, but I'm having a good time. I don't know if I have anything to show for it, but I'm here. That's the main thing. I made it. Betsy Layton is here. Kevin the Quilter says, hey, Miss T and all T Quilters. Minnie Doula's here. Bonita Nance waving at everybody. I tried to put her in charge tonight, but she said she was only going to be on here no longer than 8:30, so she was going to tell y'all bye. So I thought I'd save y'all for a little bit, go a little bit longer than 8:30 maybe. Celeste is here, Brenda Foley, Clovis Gardner. Miss T, you sewing anything yet? Nope. I'm having fun though. I'll talk about it a little bit. Iris Cell Lady. Linda is here. Hey, Linda, welcome. Don Cunningham's here. Francis Jackson. Sharon Lewis said her rent is paid. That means she's hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button for me. I would really, really appreciate it. Let's see. Cedar Creations. Zandra says, T, I just received my pattern. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Zandra. I mailed out what I could. That was paid by noon on Thursday. I tried to send out invoices and get things paid this week. I know some people had said they weren't going to pay until Friday. If you have paid, I saw some stuff come through yesterday. So if you're one of those people, it'll be handled one day next week. I can only do so much. I'm not there, so I can't do anything. Hi, Darcy Savali. She says, give T your thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Also, check out the Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. Make sure that you answer those 4 questions so that you gain admission. If you don't, you will be denied. Carol Williams is here. Did you get my email? I don't have PayPal. Is there another way I can get payment to you? Thanks. I don't know, and I'm not handling any of that type of business today because I can't. I mentally can't. I'm off till Tuesday at least, and I'll go back through. But if you email me, I responded to all emails that have been sent to me. Now, sometimes my emails may not go back out, but I do have CashApp and Venmo, as well as Zelle. CashApp is just Teaquilts. Zelle is Teaquilts, and no, not Zelle. Venmo is Teaquilts. CashApp is Teaquilts. Zelle is my email address, teaquilts@teaquilts.com.
Can you ask Kevin something? Ask him if he got my text.
Kevin, Jennifer is asking me to ask you if you got her text. So let me know in the bottom. Ray Mahone is here. Hey, Ray, welcome to the chat. Claudette Hall is here. He says he did not get your text. I did not get your text. That's what he said.
Okay.
Does it look like it was sent? She says it looked like it was sent, Kevin. But was it a text message or messenger on Facebook?
Text message.
So it was a text message. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Tell him I'll try to email it to him.
She says she'll try to email.
That's what this like.
No worries, I have it all figured. Wait a minute. He said, no worry, I have it all figured out now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, to Kevin.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know what I'm saying?
Jacqueline Mason says, greetings, Teaquilters. Have a great evening. Deborah Quilts. Oh, I wonder where she's at. Oh, my goodness.
I'm not sure she knows where she is.
All right, so I don't know what you sitting in Kevin, Benita.
Remember I was calling him my second husband today? That's what
Oh.
I said. Hey, Kevin, aka my second husband.
Oh, you put that in there? Oh, I see. I don't read those when they do that. Okay. Girl, don't get me started. We're messing with Kevin. Hi, Michelle the Quilter. Welcome to the chat. Y'all, I'm tired, so I'm not as vibrant and as active as I normally am at home. I am super tired. What's been going on at retreat? It took me like 13 hours to unpack. I was just tired and slow. We got everything in fast. I just didn't feel like dealing with stuff. And you look up and it's like, here's lunch. Okay, let's go eat lunch. Then we look up and it was like dinner. It was like after maybe dinner before I even did first stitching yesterday. So sometimes just need to do nothing, absolutely nothing. So that's what I kind of did. I worked on my Scrap Club via Zoom box. I could have sworn I took everything off my design wall. I could have sworn when I got here I counted and had 20 blocks. But right now, I have 19 blocks, so I cannot go any further on this project. So it's stuck in this phase. So I had 7 blocks when I came, so now I have 19. So I actually made 12 blocks. We had, that's our project we did in Zoom. That was just this Sunday. Good Lord. I'm too busy, okay? So I'm doing that. And then what's on this board is our project for retreat where we're using layer cakes and then putting sashing in between. So this is my version. We got other versions up in the room. I don't know. If y'all nice, I might, go around and ask folks if they want to be on YouTube. We shall see. And also, like Sunday night, I'll come back. We'll come back like 8 before people leave out, maybe 7, 8. I don't know what time. Depends on what time people want to go to bed. Hold on a second. Hey, Bev. I heard you all are leaving on Sunday.
Yes,
What time are you all leaving?
probably around 8.
So you're leaving 8 a.m. Sunday.
Huh?
8 a.m. Sunday?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got that wedding,
Okay.
so.
I was just trying to see what time you all were leaving, so you won't be here Sunday night for show and tell. How many leaving?
Me and Ramona.
Okay. So maybe I'll show them what y'all got so far tonight then.
Oh, well, we've been showing everything.
Them. Show them.
Okay.
It's not about the people in the room. It's about them in here. Show them. Okay. I just realized as I was talking to you guys that 2 people are leaving, and so we won't see their project. So I'll try to go at least and show you what they have so far. And what else? What else have I worked on? Nothing, because I've been looking for the 20th block that I can't find. So I'm assuming that I thought I pulled it off the board and it's still laying on the board. That's all I can think about is that I thought, you know how you put all the blocks down and you think you pick up all the stack and I folded them? I'm just assuming that they're at home. I counted 20 here though, but I guess, I can't count the 20 either. I don't know. We'll see when I get home. Otherwise, I'll have to cut a piece of Kona solid in a different shade of what I have already, and then piece another block. And that means I would have to cut pieces for another block too. So yeah, trying to think what else. We got all kinds of gifts too so far, but we're using some of them already. Let's see. That was yesterday. That I pieced 12 or 13. Well, I had 7 blocks completed, so I made 13 blocks. Today. So at this place, we don't have anybody to prepare our food for us, so we have to cook it ourselves. So last year we were at Mercy's. We didn't have to cook one meal. It was fantastic. Now we back to cooking, making the meal. So you get assigned a meal. And I had breakfast assigned to me, and I just added Bonita on because everybody had to be doing something. If you want to eat around here. So Bonita and I had breakfast this morning. Cooked pancakes. Oh, Deborah assisted us too, which was really nice. And Deborah had
Lunch.
she had lunch yesterday and made chili,
Salad, green salad, and homemade
And
banana. cranberry.
garden salad, and homemade cranberry banana nut bread or something.
No,
Banana bread. Okay, banana bread. So that's what she did. Let's see. Today, for breakfast, we did pancakes. Woo-wee. Bacon, eggs,
Scrambled eggs.
and fruit, and had orange juice. And I think I had meant to do grits as well for people that don't know how to cook them, to show them how to cook them, but I left the grits at home. I had them at home. I'm like, I'm not buying that. And then forgot to pull them out the cabinet. I think I even pulled them out the cabinet, but I set it down because I pulled it out before I got the bags ready. But I think most people don't like grits because they're hard. That's not how grits are supposed to be eaten, if you know how to cook them. So that was my point. But I left them at home, so oh well. And I'm not going to get breakfast for another 15 years.
Oh, you never know.
I'm not.
Oh, no.
Because we made sure that we said if you do right, we rotate the breakfast meal. So I won't be doing one for a long time, is what I'm saying. I don't, I stay up late and I don't, like getting up early to do breakfast. It's a lot. And I don't really like eating that early in the morning anyway. So, let's see who's here. Oh, Becky is at retreat. So weird hearing multiple copies of T's voice bouncing around the room, all at different times, depending on everybody's connection speed.
Like 6 of us are watching, but I'm hearing different words at different speeds. So I'm hearing you talking like different
Yeah, I
times.
have my sound turned down.
Well, I got Cynthia.
Right, because the track.
Cynthia's on there too.
There's like 5 or 6 of us who are on the feed.
Well, I'm coming to visit y'all all on the feed. I knew Benita and Deborah was.
There's so many people, I couldn't hear.
Hey T, are you getting any rest at all? What is that? If I get rested, I don't get anything done at all. And then I didn't even tell y'all. Oh, I haven't even finished with today. So for those that came to Teaquilts retreat last year, we did a bus trip and we went to Ben Franklin. And we went to one Ben Franklin, but then we went to the other Ben Franklin, which was my favorite Ben Franklin, which is in Macon, Missouri. And when you walk up, it's like in their major downtown area around some of their more antiquish looking buildings. And you wondering like, Ben Franklin's like in downtown? And then when you walk in, it's your typical older looking Ben Franklin with all the gadgets and things. But you walk midways to the store, hook a right turn, you go down this ramp, and you immediately feel like you don't enter the quilt shop and like, what Ben Franklin? And I couldn't take the Teaquilters to it last year because we were trying to get to Hannibal, Missouri to eat at a reserved dinner time. And so we had to go to that one because it was more towards that way. But Nita loved it, okay? We didn't take not one picture in there because we were too busy shopping and buying fabric. Now, they sell fabric at quilt shop prices. And so they got your major lines like Grunge and anything by Robert Kaufman and who else they had? They had Kona's cottons there. They have a lot of major lines, a lot of panels. So if you're looking for something different in panels, you'll probably find it there. But they also have the $8 boat, so $7.99 boat that you can get like flat folds. So that's some of the stuff that I shop from. But I was also needing to buy some stuff for my retreat project for Teaquilts next month. So I went ahead and bought it there because I knew I probably wasn't going to be getting it on sale, and I was right there and I could get it done, and that's what I did. I just went ahead and bought what I needed for retreat. So yeah, that was an hour away from here. So that meant after I cooked breakfast, got breakfast cleaned up, go get changed, went to that, had a good time, tried to find some gas. That was an excursion. We even found a Walmart, ran into it by accident. It didn't have a service station attached to it, I don't think, because we was trying to find gas, and it was funny. It took me off the highway and said, hook here, and then it was like, find it. It wasn't right off the highway, okay? But it was hilarious. So yeah, we enjoyed that, had a good time, came back, had lunch, and then dinner. Oh, we had, the group that prepared dinner had Thanksgiving dinner. So we had turkey, yams, cranberries, green bean casserole, rolls, 3 types of pies. It was apple, cherry, and peach pie, and whatever else they had in there, okay? Now I'm ready to go to sleep. But that's what Bonita said. You put me in charge, I'm going to tell him, see ya. She is not having it, okay? She like, you get nothing from me. I'm ready to go to bed. Hey, T. Roberts. And Kevin tell my Becky Galambos, are you at this retreat with Miss T? That's a great design on the wall. It's a very easy design, but if you got, I had a layer cake that was so jumbled with so much that if I had used it, I don't think it was going to be cohesive. So I added more stuff to make it even more jumbled. So I don't think I have any repeats because my layer cake had a lot of repeats. And I couldn't figure out how these fabrics went together. There's text, there's interlinking circles, there's flowers, there's dots of all kinds, different types of dots that was in the original, stripes, polka dots, chevron pieces. And then the colors were weird. Teal, blue, black and gray, pink, green, yellow. But it had no red and no purple. So I said, you know what, we're going to add purple. And I did not add red because I just didn't see how it was going to be stick out like a sore thumb. So I didn't add the red, but I did add the purple because it's one on your darker brights. So, but yeah, and then I went and added, when I went to Ben Franklin, I found some fabric that would mesh very well. This fabric here, which you can't hardly see, is a gradation, and it has like confetti on top. And so it changes colors as it goes through. So I bought 2 different fabrics, and I cut 4 blocks from each fabric. And I was able to insert those in to give me some continuity of print, but different colors. And so it doesn't look like the same fabric. Like this is one too right here. So this, trying to see what else you all can see. That's about it that you can see. But it goes from pinks, greens, teals, blues. So yeah, so I was trying to make this thing do something. But every one of my blocks now is different. You need 42 squares for this one. Hey, Vivian Cabby, what was you asking about the soap, Deborah?
She still makes soap.
Yeah, I think she still makes, yeah, she makes soap. She sent some for a retreat this year. She makes soap. Did you use it and like it? You've used it all.
As far as I have.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to find out how much it costs.
Miss Vivian, text me how much your soap costs, please.
Thank you.
This was
That's a table.
behind the cash register.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's pretty.
I don't like.
Oh, that's yours?
Wait a minute.
Oh, you're talking about at the checkout in there. So you bought her kit? Is
No,
that?
I just brought my own fabric.
Oh, you bought
Okay,
your
so
own
why do
fabric.
you not like
I don't
it?
like the gray. I
You
think
don't
it
like
should
the
have been
gray.
ivory.
Oh, you think it should have been light, a
Yeah.
brighter,
Yeah,
with those colors, yeah. But it's still pretty though.
I mean, it's all artwork.
Yeah.
And you don't like it.
Well, not really excited about it. I'll probably give it away.
Yeah.
That's what I do if I don't like it. Great progress on the Zoom project T. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah. Carl says, I want to see. Want to see what? Evening, everyone. Ingrid is here. So's It All is here. Don says, is the quilt behind you the one you left back at home? It's really cute. No, I'm working on it now. This is this retreat's project, main project. Trying to keep them straight. Ingrid says, I've never had grits. Hey, Leetta Bryant. Benita's talking too to my, yep, Ben Franklin was a secret treasure fabric shop. If you was just walking in there and didn't even look to your right, you been missed it. You wouldn't even know that whole wall opened up behind there, because when you walk in, it's this wall up there, and you think it's just a wall all the way to the back. But no, it's an opening, and then behind that wall is a whole quilt shop. So that was funny. The funny thing about Ben Franklin, and I don't know how they managed it, for to be such old buildings, that they don't have an odor in them. You know, like I didn't notice an odor in there at all. It was weird. I just not thought about that, because I have, my nose be working overtime sometimes. Benita Kevin says, is there a secret code or word I need to tell them at Friend Franklin to get what you bought me?
I know you bought me some. I said, yeah, I left it at the register. They just don't tell them your name.
Girl.
Just tell them your
Just tell
name, that's all.
them your name. And Kevin will be driving. I can tell you, Kevin know these back roads. It'd be nothing for him. Don said they had eggs, bacon, waffles, bananas on top. Cuz didn't take anything out of the freezer, so that's cool. I guess that's for dinner, I guess. And I eat breakfast sometime for dinner because I don't even get up to eat breakfast at breakfast time. So I'm not a breakfast at breakfast time because I can't eat syrup like super early in the morning. So when I was working, I would never like fix myself pancakes because I would get sick if I ate syrup that early in the morning. Hey, Tracy Middlebrook, thank you for paying your rent, girl. Let's see. We must remind people to hit the thumbs up. So yes, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do so. Enjoying time off this weekend. That's Kevin. Just got back from Kentucky. Oh, your mom's brother funeral. That's Remo. Sorry, Remo. That's your uncle. Deborah's $8. The show and tell. They want to see the show and tell. I'll walk around a little bit. We don't have a whole lot. People still working on stuff. We're going to have official show and tell Sunday night, 8 p.m. But two people are not going to be here, so we'll see if we can talk to them a little bit more in depth. But the other people, I'm just going to kind of show you glances. We're not going to be doing the whole thing. Whatever's on their board or what you can see, you will see. And the other stuff, you'll be surprised when show and tell comes on Sunday night. We'll see about 7 or 8 because I don't want hold anybody from going to bed. So I don't know exactly what time yet on Sunday. Just how people feel because we're at retreat. We do what we want when we want. Oh my good. Hi, Joanne Parker. Hi, Willem May. Paula S. is here.
Vivian has lavender soap.
People are giving their condolences to Remo, so thank you all so much. Willa May says, I love breakfast. Sorry, T, I did not get your invoice payment sent via CashApp. Enjoy your retreat weekend. Okay. And thank you, ma'am. Paula telling Kevin she getting antsy. Ready for a retreat. We call breakfast for dinner. Brenner.
That's a good term.
I do lunar. Lunar for lunch or dinner. Sounds really crazy. T, well, I get an invoice for fabric, Paula S. You're coming to retreat, so no, you're not getting an invoice for fabric. I'm holding all of that stuff. Yeah. Miss Vivian, do you have lavender scented soap? That's from Benita.
For me.
For Deborah. Oh, because Deborah's too busy to do it herself? Are you
No, 'cause
busy?
you're quietly ignoring her. She's asking
Are you busy, Deborah?
Yes, I am.
We are so silly. Miss T is keeping up with 2022 retreat. She sold 2 of the best X's I ever seen in my life. Shut up, Kevin. See, you're a troublemaker. Let me go walk around the room. This thing gonna be bouncy because I got this iPad Pro, y'all. It's big, so don't be all upset and you're making me dizzy. You want to see or you don't. Nothing I can do. So I'm gonna reverse y'all first. Let me do that.
Miss Vivian said yes, she did.
Miss Vivian says, yes, I do have lavender scented. Hey. Linda says, it must be chilly there if you have your jacket on. Yeah, they know I'm always burning up.
Is she coming to your retreat?
No, she's not. Vivian is in the chat.
Vivian Calvi.
Um,
Vivian Calvi.
Yeah,
Benita, it's on you. Been on you the whole time.
I want to tell Vivian hello. She's my friend. And I
Well,
wanna know-
get your own YouTube channel.
Well, it's over there.
Here it is. She say it's over there. There you go.
Vivian, it's Norma. I just want to know how your prickly pears are growing.
She has prickly pears.
I gave her some seeds. Did
Oh,
get
you
a
gave her
chance to
seeds.
plant
Okay.
them? What does she do? Where's she?
You have to wait for her to chat over here.
Oh.
Hi, Yolanda Reza. Where are y'all? We're at retreat, Willa May.
Just let me know.
Okay. Is this still the retreat location? Yes. We're in Brunswick, Missouri. Vivian says, hi, Norma. So she must be on delayed. She just said hi so far. She want to know if you planted them prickly pears, girl.
No, if it's pressed good, then that's.
Sue says, hey, did Norma leave? She go in the bathroom or the kitchen?
Norma?
She gone.
She's probably in the bathroom.
Wait, we'll bring the camera to the back.
Right, let's go find Norma. Well, let me go. I was turning y'all around so we could go. Were you affected by the storms earlier this week? I'm not at home. I wasn't before I left, so I'm not really sure what's going on at home. I know we had some rain here. So that's Benita. Wait, Benita, let them know you're not. What if I put you in charge? What's gonna happen?
Now I'm gonna end the chat.
I'm
tired.
She is too funny. She said she is going to end the chat. It'll be over. Benita not playing. And who are you, lady? Tell me your name on your badge. What was your name we made up? Start with Benita.
Pre-cut ninja.
Okay, pre-cut ninja.
Oh, and mine was Fat Quarter Attic.
Okay, and mine was the binding superstar, and that was just an outright lie. It wasn't gonna happen. I hate binding. They said, "Oh no, Benita," laughing out loud. These two ladies look very busy at their machine. T, I like the quilting background. Is this a retreat project? Yes, it is, Paula. And you're not at retreat, so you don't get the project. What you doing, Willis?
Don't come over here bothering me.
It was Cynthia wanted to say hi to y'all because she was talking and listening too. Oh, on the wall here is Benita's working project. I'm not going to show them your challenge, Deborah. Okay, and then what's your name for retreat today? That would be made up name.
I don't rightly remember.
Oh my gosh. And Sarah had to turn hers over so when I come to her, but I'm telling.
Was it swap?
You was like a scrap, was it patchwork queen?
No, she
Oh, you patchwork,
scrap. It was scrap.
something. So,
Yeah, I don't know.
well, that's really sad. You don't know who you are, but you were patchwork queen. Okay.
This is a project for the weekend. You want to show this? Oh,
That's enough right here. This is our project. She was the instructor for this. Don't show no more. You're going to have show and tell later. That's enough. Don't give it all to them. They won't come back Sunday. What's your name, Joyce, on the made-up name?
Pinwheel hot mama.
That was the cutest one in the room, I think. Now you can look at these design boards, but we're not going to talk about them. Bonita is all over the place. Look at this beautiful stuff. Do you know what fabric line this is? Remember?
This is, Duratec. It was, Marta Artis, I think her last name was.
Okay, but it's beautiful. Okay, and then Becky is here ironing. She's also online.
Making 1,000 pickup sticks.
Okay, and again, you can look at these design boards, but we're not gonna talk about them. Oh my goodness. Looky, looky. Another quilt on the floor. This belongs to Mandy. Hello. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Thank you.
And Carol, you have anything you're working on currently?
This one.
This one's yours?
Well, underneath is mine and
Okay.
on top is hers. It's stacked.
Oh, okay. They got two down here then. Two working. You too good, honey. She doubts herself, but she's very good. Have the confidence because you're doing it. Come over here to Bev before she goes. Is this one yours on the wall?
that's Ramona's.
Oh, that's Mona's. And she's leaving Sunday, so she won't be here. So this is theirs. Ramona's work. It seemed like it came back. And my scroll down because it's saying it's live. Hey guys, can you hear me now? Somebody let me know if you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Let me see. I went probably. Yay, I am back. We can hear now. Okay. All right, Bev, I'm sorry. I'm going to stand up here. So let me turn you all back around. Because I think I just went too far back because I'm at the back of the retreat center. So she's made, is it log cabin style?
It's called Eclipse.
Eclipse is what it's called. They worked on that. And then there's one other lady in your group who isn't in here. I just want to announce, and we're going to show you on Sunday, but they made how many pillowcases, Bev?
About 40.
Oh my God, they increased because they posted in the Facebook group, it was like 25 or something. So
We did over 30.
So they did over 30, and we're gonna show you all on Sunday. But I just wanted to recognize these ladies. They did a team sew where they all had assignments, and I think that's a great way to get a lot done in a group format. That was pretty cool. So thank you all for doing that.
No problem.
And then just a sneak peek on the wall. This is Jane. They want to know also sewing machines. So now I'm gonna. Jane's sewing on her featherweight. She sews at home on a 770 Bernina, but it's heavy, and she stopped bringing it because it's just too heavy. So this is what she's been sewing on. So they do work, guys. Anything else you've been working on this weekend?
So I have a bunch of working on daydreaming.
Okay.
For the Quilted Fox.
Okay.
And then I did a bunch of string piecing.
Okay, awesome.
Also for a mystery design.
Okay, very nice.
Anyway,
Thank you. And her shirt is beautiful that her daughter made. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Thank you, thank you. We got Jenny here, been working on some various things.
I've been working on blocks for my
Log
size
cabins. Okay, king size. And that those
These are
1
log
inch
cabins,
1 inch wedges finished, or
1
okay, 1.5 quarter cut.
one and a quarter cut.
So they 3/4 inch finished logs. That's small.
Because I'm frugal and I had 2.5 inch strips and
Cut them in half. Okay, pretty cool.
I've got a really good idea.
Mhm.
But they're only need 296.
And she's also sewing on a featherweight, just so you all know. And so, okay, any other projects this weekend?
I was,
Not.
my next project is to
Look at this big bag. She's got to bind a quilt. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So hopefully she'll get it done. We'll see it tomorrow night. You don't have to take it out, because we'll see it tomorrow.
get busy on it.
Okay, and thank you, Jenny. Here's our pal Jennifer. Jennifer sews on an older FOF, model number 1471. She loves it. And she's watching on live, was watching live. She looked like she playing pickup sticks with floss. Jennifer's been working on some projects. She's gonna surprise you all tomorrow. Jennifer's part of the So Busy crew, and she was in charge of gifts. So we got things I'll show you on that too when I get home on Wednesday. This is Norma's work spot. Just showing you a little peek. This was actually last year's project. And Joyce and Norma are back in the kitchen talking. So this is a new facility. I kind of forgot about that. Let's see. Becky sews on a Bernina. Joyce sews on a Bernina. Cynthia sews on a Bernina. I sew over here on a Bernina. The machine that Benita travels with is a Singer patchwork right here. She put this in her carry-on luggage, and then she carries it and makes sure she wraps it and protects it and things like that. Use her clothes, things like that, so that it doesn't get damaged. But she has control of her carry-on. And then Deborah sews on a baby lock. Which model is this one?
This one is
Asante. If I go too far in the back, we might lose power. So I missed the last 2 sets of tables. It's either is that a Singer or a Bernina back there? Trying to see what I'm reading. Mandy, is that a Singer you're sewing on?
Yes.
Okay, and then what's across from you? A baby lock, if I can see the logo right? I'm pretty good, aren't I? Thank you. Look like a brother is back there. And I don't know what the older machine in the front is. It's a brother too. And then Bev, you sewing on an old machine?
Featherweight.
Featherweight, okay. They like to know what people are sewing on at retreats. So I'm gonna come up here back to the front. I'm gonna start all the way up here and give you all a tour of this facility, because you all like to see that too. This door here takes us outside. So I'm going all the way to the front door just so you can see. I'm sorry. Somebody's on the phone here, so we're gonna come through here and leave real quick. I'm at the door, my back. Extra chairs are piled here. Through the doors there is the actual quilt. Here is where we can come in here. Back to the left, that divot in the far back. That's an elevator that takes us upstairs. I'm not going there now. I'm having difficulty. Hold on. Reconnecting because I must be away from the Wi-Fi again. Here is the check-in desk when we first come in. A seating area over here. I have one of my red wagons over there on the, and then the other 3 items they left for us to use for check-in, okay? Have a big old bulletin board here. You can go. Just somebody trying to go behind the camera. So they have a big bulletin board here. And in this room number 101 is where the attendant stays. So if you have any issues or concerns, because we are in a small town, you got somebody here that can help. Here's another quilt on the wall. The hall lights are not on. We don't really need all of that stuff. We cut the lights on that we need. Here's a restroom. I'll show you this one. Cut the lights on. So I brought the retreat to this place last year. The retreaters, we did a shop hop. We came here. So you all have seen the quilt shop. You're not going to see that tonight because it's closed. And here you can also take the stairs up if you don't want to do the elevator. Another restroom here, but it's out of order. They have a refrigerator here where they have sodas. If we need to use it, we can. We were okay for the most part. Just had to put some ice cream in. They have an ice machine, large trash bags. And then you have an entrance to the kitchen here, as well as if I'm going through this main room inside the retreat center where we're sewing, you can enter the kitchen here. So we have an empty trash. Well, I emptied it yesterday. I think they waiting on somebody to do that, but I'm gonna leave it. We need to share the responsibilities. Big refrigerator, huge kitchen, and it doesn't even show how huge this kitchen is. This is the walkway from this counter to the island here. You see how big that is? It's got to be at least 6 to 8 feet. This is our catch-all, so people that are cooking, you got all your stuff we can put here. We do serving on the island. Another 6 feet or so over here. Dishwasher has been coming in handy. Norma's prepping for breakfast. And we got more food item stuff. They have one coffee pot, and then Deborah brought another coffee pot, so maybe they got 2 coffee pots, and then Deborah brought one. But they have 4 toaster thing, the stove, microwave, double ovens over here. I've never used all of this stuff right here. My first time using induction cooktop. And I prefer gas.
Me too.
I prefer gas. And so from here, we've got this counter from the kitchen that opens out into the sewing area. So that's what we use for our snacks. And then I'm going to just go back to this door to just show you. This is the room here. On this side, you already seen it from the other side. But it's the chairs, they have, you can get a straight back chair if you want, or they have these office chairs. They do tilt forward a little bit and they are kind of low. So I think if I come back here, I'm going to bring my own chair, because I feel like sometimes you can feel like you're going to tilt out of it. I haven't seen anything that I can change that adjustment. So this is the room. Beautiful. The bedrooms are beautiful as well. I'm not going up there because I'm not taking them steps. And the elevator is slow. We use the elevator to take our luggage up. All right, so that's what's been going on at retreat. And having a good time. Now, I haven't read any comments, so let me go read comments.
You're not on anymore?
Yeah, I'm on.
Still on?
I gotta get to the comments.
Oh, okay.
Let me go back to where I.
Building a bunch of, on it. No.
Brenda's saying how many bobbins she used. I don't. What she mean bobbins? I don't know who they was at. Who is she? I don't know, Brenda. What? And then we went out at that point, so I don't know, Brenda. Sheila Willis. Good evening, T, and all quilters in New Hampshire. What is that about? What is that? I'm just doing shout outs. I don't know. You never know. Wonderful sewing ladies and pillowcase donations. So yes, they donated a lot. And we'll see tomorrow how many, because she done lost count of how many they made. They was just making pillowcases, okay? Willa May says all projects are so lovely. Sheila is in New Hampshire, according to Sharon. I must have missed some comments. So I'm like, where'd that come from? Like, shout out to the New Hampshire quilters. Hampshire quilters. Hello. Joanne says, wow, what a beautiful retreat center. Yes, it is. It is gorgeous. Very nice facility. That place looks very nice. When is the retreat over? It's over Monday morning. We're trying to be out of here by 11, so no lunch. Breakfast, and then we got to clean up and get out. Clean up, everybody clean up. Willa May said that's what I wanted someday, a Bernina. Just don't get no 800 nothing. Those were garbage. I'm just saying. Don't buy 800 anything in Bernina. Looks like everyone is having fun, yes. Still at tea party. We'll send later. I don't know who Sheila talking to, because again, I lost some communications. You're welcome, Tracy. Is it evening? Yes. I don't know where you are, Willa May, but it is, I start my Saturday lives at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you for sharing. The projects are beautiful. That's from Carol. You're welcome, Carol. Is this all being used by the retreat group or only other groups in another section there? This is the entire retreat group. And I think, like, if you wanted to do smaller groups and if somebody had space, you could probably do that if they agree to it. But mostly, if you reserve the center, it's based on how many bedrooms you use, and then you pay for this room. So if you had other people in here, they would have to, in addition, pay for that, because we pay for the rooms, the bedrooms, and we also pay for this room. It's not one flat price. You pay for both, because you could rent this for the day and have a group class or something here if you wanted as well. So they got both options that way. They also are building a new retreat center across the street that's going to be in addition to this. This one holds 24. And the one across the street, I think, holds 30. So if you had a large group, 54 people maybe, you could have a large retreat here as well. Hi, Janet McCarroll. You're welcome. Says nice facility. Yes, looked like a very beautiful facility, very clean. Yeah, I can't remember when I met Tula Pink and Jenny here from Missouri Star. It's been, it has to be over 10 years, and this place does not look like it's 10 years old. So there's like nicks here and there because people hit the doors with the carts and things like that. But that's not what you see first. When you see it, you have to go digging for things to find. The bathrooms are clean, the bedrooms are clean. All the main areas are clean. They even clean, I don't know how they clean these boards, because when we came in, there was hardly any strings, or if any, on these boards. The tape thing, because they even do that. So I think they do a pretty decent job. They try to do what they can. What? Oh, it's probably over here in this bag. I'm sorry. Willa May says there's always an out of order restroom. You know what? When you're dealing with the public, you just don't know what people do, and you might not know what they put down that toilet. Okay, I'm just saying. So you think it was reserved for the innkeeper, and that could be. Then that way they don't have to deal with a restroom that 24 other people. Deborah, that's Deborah talking. She says she feels that restroom door was just put out of order because it keeps it for like an in suite for the person that's in the. Because I don't know, but you would think it would be a bathroom in that other one. You would think in that bedroom, but I've never seen that room. But Deborah think it might be for when the innkeeper is here, that it's for her. Because I remember when we came to this quilt shop, they were all working. But you just never know. And still, you never know what people put down your public toilets too. So, but yeah. Brenda says, sorry, I was asking about featherweight. Seems bobbins are small on them. Yes. But the thing with that is that when you're at home, you want to pre-wound 10 12 bobbins before you even go to retreat. And then that way you're not at retreat with a task of winding bobbins. So I didn't have any bobbins myself, and I wound 10 Bernina bobbins. Now I know I'm not going to go through them, but I wanted to make sure I had enough, okay? I don't want to be sitting at retreat winding bobbins. That's my least favorite task. At least at home I can watch TV and do it or something. So, and Deborah says she does hers too. So. And Sue says, Brenda, you'd be surprised at how much sewing you can do with those featherweight bobbins. So, but yeah, any sewing machine, even on my Bernina, where I feel like I sew forever, I make sure I have those bobbins wound, because that's not my goal, is to come here to wind bobbins. So, but it'll work. So yeah, I really don't think I'm gonna stay on the 10. I don't know. I'm actually kind of sleepy, but I doubt if I go to sleep. So, Vivian, did you ever answer Norma, because we lost reception? Norma wanted to know if you ever, she gave you some prickly pear seeds, and she wanted to know if you had mailed them, if you had planted them. I told y'all I'm tired. Did you plant the prickly seeds? I don't think I saw that response. Yeah, she says, okay, no 800 series and Beninas won't buy, thanks T. It's 10M for me. Dorsey says we need to have more of those thumbs up, so if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button while we're waiting for reply. She says I planted a lot of stuff, I don't know. I put I guess she's saying I planted every seed she had. So, Norma, Miss Vivian don't know. She says she planted all the seeds she had, so she don't know yet. So, yeah. Yeah, that's all she just responded here in the chat. You're welcome. Brenda says, I have a featherweight. Bought pre-wound. Haven't tried them yet. The only pre-wound bobbins I ever buy is just from my embroidery machine, because it's a thinner thread when I'm doing dense stitching. But I just wind my own bobbins. I don't do pre-wounds. Even on my long arm, I don't use pre-wounds. I just wind the bobbins. It's no big deal. And then on the gamel, I also have the bobbin winder that's on board, or you can also use the standalone. I mostly use the standalone, but if I was really lazy, I could just wind the one on my gamel, and then as I'm quilting, it winding the bobbin at the same time. But yeah, I have to put it together. I had to replace something in there, and I never put it back together. It's like, I got another one over there. No big deal. So I probably don't even remember how I go back in there now. It's been so long. Yeah, so I'm just tired. I'm up here working. I'm hating pre-cuts because no matter what, they got one job and one job only, and that is to cut to the size that you tell me you're selling me. And every last one of my pre-cuts are bigger than 10 inches. Good night, ladies. They're bigger than 10 inches. So the first couple I didn't trim because I didn't know. And then I go to sew one and it's like, uh-oh. And so I sold the first two, and then all the other ones I've been trimming as I go, so it's slowing me down. It's just better to just cut your own stuff, okay? At least it's all cut the same. No matter if it's the perfect size or not, it's all cut the same. It irritates me. It irritates me. And then that's what Benita said, they don't make the pricing cheap. They actually charge you more because they are doing pre-cuts. But it's not even perfect, so then you got to go back and recut it. And that's why a lot of people take pre-cuts and then they just cut them down a half inch from what they say, and then they start from there. But it's a pain in the butt. If you love pre-cuts, good for you. And I bought a lot years ago when then you know how we fabric hoard and stash. So I hadn't been using them to realize that they were not. And then from one company to the next, they're not even the same size. And I didn't realize that until I started mixing more than one company, because they might be, say I was doing a blue quilt and I got a blue pack over here and I got a blue pack over here, and you put them together and they don't even match with each other, and none of them are 5 inches, okay? I'm just saying, it's a pain in the butt. All that stuff. So Benita, hold on. I'm gonna have you say that again because that's a lot. But I want them to hear that. I'm gonna give Benita a mic. Her name is Bonita.
So what I was saying was that, sometimes when we order pre-cuts, they won't even put them in the plastic bag. And so from shipping, all the threads, because they'll use the pinking shears for the edges, and as it's shifting all around through the box, then you're losing some.
And it's over everything else,
inches,
too.
So by the time you get it, it probably will be like 4 3/4 instead of 5 inches, a charm pack. So that's what I was saying.
Thank you, ma'am. I just wanted to make sure they understood what you were saying back there, just in case they couldn't hear it all. Good night, Zandra. And Minnie says, I hate the ones with the zigzagged edges. Girl, that stuff be everywhere, and you can just take it and put it in your trash can. Because that's when I was in my room, and it was like, and I'm up here spitting, like the stuff, because it's in the air, and it's just flying around. It's like I'm up here sewing this stuff live, and it's in my mouth. I can't talk to y'all. I got to keep my mouth shut. But yeah, so I am no longer, they have to be really, really on sale where I buy them for door prizes and things like that for me to buy them. I just don't buy them because I think for $15.99 that they should be cut to the right size. I shouldn't have all these issues. I shouldn't have to say, this company I use the inside of the cut and this company I use the outside of the cut. Like, hello? Where is my 5-inch square? Okay? That's all I want. There's nothing worse than getting a jelly roll to find out it's 2 1/4 instead of 2 1/2. That's Claudette. I haven't had that happen. Mine are normally always too big. But they probably was at the end of the boat and stuff because it's all lined up together, right, to cut. They probably cutting all 40 at one time. And then if it's short one spot, it's short everywhere. But we don't act like we don't see it on this assembly line, okay? Crazy. But yeah, so let me put this mic up. Willa Mae says she buys pre-wound. I bought the thread. I mean, I can wind it. I already got the thread. That's just one less thing I got to buy in store. But other than, like I said, my embroidery machine. But I wanted to show you all, I can't believe some layer cakes are $45 to $50. Girl, some of them cost more than that. This is the fabric that I purchased, and you can't tell here because this is the middle of the fold that was left over, but I was cutting 10-inch squares, but it went from like yellow, not like teal, to pink, like a light pink, and then this is just a yellow piece, and this is what I was saying. And I can't remember who this fabric is by. I'm going to look in the trash can in a minute and tell you. It's Riley Blake. It was Riley Blake. That's who it's by. Bonita's gonna look at hers. Riley Blake Gemstones. And what it is piece of fabric, and we got two different ones, but I'm only going to show you this one. And so you start with a piece of fabric that looks like this on one end from the start of the selvage. You go all the way across the fold here. It turns, and then it ends up being this color. And then we got two colorways that we saw. And this was at the Ben Franklin. And we spent $7.99, so $8 a yard for this. And when I cut it, it looks like 4 different pieces of fabric. And so I was able to incorporate that, but you can't see the detail. That's this fabric here and here. Those are the only 2 that you can see, but I have 7 of these squares that I incorporated into my quilt. It's just not detailed enough right here. It might be detailed in the recording going live, but that's what I'm seeing from the Wi-Fi on my end, okay?
Yeah, you can see it good through this.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see.
So yeah. Darcy says sometimes the zigzag edging, I don't know if that's where you start measuring. Yeah, sometimes it's on the inside, sometimes it's on the outside, depends on the fabric manufacturer, so it's different. And Willa Mae says, I don't like pre-cuts. And I'm learning not to like them. I only use them now if I know I'm going to be cutting them down to something else. Or if I'm making half square triangles, I slap them jokers on the die. And I'm like, at least I used them, you know. So, yeah, but we, you know, when you have mystery, this was a mystery project. We don't know what we're working on. And we have no idea what's going on. So.
Yeah, there was like 2 inches of space in between James on the floor. And so.
Yeah, we had Becky. She accidentally knocked Bonita's off the table trying to get out. But she tried to put it back. It'll be all right. You know, accidents happen, especially when you got stuff just laying on table. We trying to sort stuff without getting our old knees to the ground. You know, we too old for the ground. And everybody can't lay out on the design wall. So, but you need to come back tomorrow because it's going to be some fantastic stuff that I've purposely omitted showing you all as far as other people working on because I didn't want you to see everything. So we have another mystery project before we leave, probably tomorrow too. I don't know if I'm going to do it because I got a whole lot going on and still ain't done this. I just got, this column needs one more seam. I haven't even, let me turn you around. So I got 4 columns on the wall. This one needs a seam here before it's finished. And then I think I have 2 more rows I need to make. Sew all of that together. I don't know if I'm going to do that tonight. I'm just like, I have low motivation to be productive. Okay? That's kind of where I am. I'm just in retreat mode in La La Land. And I'm okay. And I am okay. So, I think, and Paula says use your AccuQuilt more accurate cuts. Right. If you put it through there right too, and you got to put some starch on them fabrics, y'all. Put some sizing in that fabric. No. Oh, Renita's not either. Okay. But yeah, so, alrighty. You figure something out. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to get off here. You all are not any more communication. Let me see if I got any text messages. Kevin, the live just went out. It's back now. Thank you, Kevin, for keeping us updated. We're going to get rain here tonight. We had rain. Did we have rain last night? It seemed like it rained at some point outside. But they said it's going to be like raining Sunday, maybe Monday. So, but yeah. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to see if I can get this done. I have low motivation, y'all. I'm just serious. Sometimes I don't even think I really care. I don't. It's just is what it is. Let me see if I can show y'all some of these fabrics. Show y'all some of these fabrics because it looks totally different than what's showing up in camera. This is just a hodgepodge of crazy fabrics that I had no idea how to pull together, so I just kept adding stuff. I had a lot of duplicates too, and it just wasn't singing to me. So, I mean, who has text and geometrics and flowers and stripes and dots, and it was just a lot. And so I just started adding more goofy things to it. And now it looked like it's a little bit more community. We even got the alphabet down here, y'all, I'm going to. It was just a lot. This is that fabric. See the green parts? And here's another piece of that fabric right here. So yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I'm going to check the chat one more time before I go.
She made hers a little bit bigger. I'm on my last 2 rows, so good, and I'm good.
And Don says, remember T is an affiliate for AccuQuilt, so use her link if buying. Yes, it's always listed in the description box of my videos. You still get to use all of your credits and things. It just takes you into the chat via my link, and then it says that I sent you over there, so I get a little credit for that. So yeah, Willamay says that's pretty. Thank you. I just wanted you all to see some of this hodgepodge of fabric. My brother says, good night, everyone. Stay safe and enjoy your day or night or week or whatever. Brenda said, did you cut sashing from strip sets? Yes, I cut sashings from strip sets. Far away, you couldn't see the details of any fabric. Yes, that's why I wanted you all to see, because it's more vibrant. It looks very dull on the screen, and it's a pastel look to it, but I added a few zingers of the jewel tones with the pastels, and so just to give it some contrast, because I just felt like it was too hodgepodge, so I hodgepodged it even more, okay? So yeah. But I will talk to you all later. You all stay blessed. Be safe. Quilt out. See you tomorrow on a special edition so that you all can get show and tell, okay? And I don't know what time yet, so just come on back because I'm going to have it depend on when people want to go to bed. I'm going to try to make it as late as possible so that they can get some projects done. All right? Bye-bye. You all stay blessed. Be safe, everyone. And quilt out. And that's what Benita said, peace, which she was going to do like at 8:15. All right. Bye.